My name is Sipho Malefo from the College of Graduate Studies, but from the Masters and Doctoral Administration section. Our department deals with applications for admissions, deals with registrations, deals with examinations until you exit your studies. All right. It is important as a prospective student that before you apply, you familiarize yourself with our information brochure, which is online. On the information brochure, you will realize that we have the admission requirements, the curricula, the duration of your studies, and most importantly, we have the procedures for master's and doctoral studies, which is also inclusive of the policies. So it is important that students go to the website of UNISA, which is www.unisa.ac.za, and familiarize themselves with the information. Of importance is that students meet the minimum admission requirements. Once you have met the requirements, then you can go to the focus areas which are published online and see the type of research that you want to conduct, in which focus area it falls. Once you have done that, then you can start with the process of application. The process of application is like this. For those students who do not have a student number, who have never had any contact with the university before, they must first apply for a student number. Then you go and apply for admission. The application for admission, the process is also outlined in our information brochure. That is where you will be telling us what is it that you intend to research about. That is where you are going to give us the information about your study, your previous qualifications. Now, it is important that you know the documents that are required before you apply. Of importance is that you need to have your identification document. You need to have your academic records, and the academic records, it's only for those students that did not study with UNISA before. UNISA students need not submit the academic transcript, as we will have it in our records. Importantly is that the other document is you need to upload your research outline. And that is one of the critical documents that the university requires, and most students normally do not comply with that. So it is important that you submit the documents in order to avoid your application being rejected. Some departments require the curriculum vitae, and some departments would require some form of a letter that comes from a body, a certain body. For instance, in terms of social work, they will require confirmation of such. So it is important that you familiarize yourself with the type of documents required for your the degree that you'll be applying for. Now, after you have made application, it is important that you know that UNISA is fully online and that we will be communicating with you through your email. On application, we will use your personal email address. However, once you have been admitted, UNISA will require of you to activate your UNISA My Life address, because that will be the only platform the university will be using to communicate with our students. Once you have been admitted to the degree, it is important that you register. Our registration period is from January to March every year. And the one thing that you need to understand is that before you even register, the application process, the application period, it's now ongoing, which started on the 15th of September. It will end on the 6th of November. So that period is only for those that are applying for admission. The one beginning in January and ending in March, it's for those that will be admitted for registration. So it's important that you complete your registration. Also, it's online, and you pay every year. You will realize as you have gone through our information brochure prior to application, the composition of our qualifications. Some qualifications, it's structured qualifications where you have modules, a research proposal, and a dissertation, or a thesis for a doctoral degree. Some, it's full research where you have your research proposal, module, and the dissertation, or a thesis for doctoral studies. So in your first year of study, you will be required to complete either the written modules or for a full research, the research proposal module. In terms of the research proposal module, the university provides you a year to complete that research proposal module. That is because we want you to exit within the allocated period towards your studies. For master's studies, you are given a period of 3 years to complete with an option of a 1 additional year. For your PhD or your doctoral studies, you are provided 6 years with an option of 1 additional year. So it is important that you exit within the allocated timeframes so that your university is ranked amongst those top universities in the world, and also the university receives what is due to them in terms of subsidy, so that we can also subsidize the other students that are coming in. So you do not need to be staying longer in the qualification. So that is important. With regards to the research proposal module, it's important to know that you have 3 options at the end of the year. Either you did not comply with the requirements for the proposal module, and you are provided with an extra year to re-register. But that comes with recommendations. Or you have totally failed the research proposal module. For those that have failed, that means you have not done anything during the year. You have not been working with your supervisor. You just registered and stayed away. So these are the type of students that fail. And the other option is that you have complied with the requirements. However, we do not put a mark on the research proposal module. Now, passing the research proposal modules now allows you enables you also to can apply for our bursary and continue with registration for the dissertation or for the thesis. Once you have registered for the thesis, now the thesis you will be working with your supervisor during the year, but when you are about to complete your research, you must agree with your supervisor that your work is on the required academic level for assessment. That is where you seek permission from your supervisor. You do not just decide on your own and say you are going to submit for examination, because we will seek permission from your supervisor. Once the supervisor gives you permission to submit, it's you as a student, it's your responsibility to complete the CGS 20 form, which we normally call the intention to submit, which is available online. You complete that form and you await communication from our examination coordination department. If the supervisor has provided you with permission, you will get a link sent to you. And that link is only meant for you alone. You do not need to share it with your in-laws, with your spouse, with your husband, with your cat, with your neighbors, with fellow students. Because the norm is once you start sharing it, more students want to submit without the permission, and it creates unnecessary background administration. It clogs the system, to be short. So that link is meant for you. You use that once you are ready to submit. With your copies, you go to that link and you submit it, and that can only be done online. That is where, as a student, our interaction will cease after you have submitted and await your results. I thank you.